Look at him. Look at him. Hello. And hello to you. And welcome back to Fossils and Archaeology. The Dilophosaurus exhibit is finished and looking lovely. Let's take a look. Desert and the forest. I'm really happy with this. It looks especially good with shaders. So just take a moment. Look at this. Look how beautiful. I'm so happy with this area specifically. So pretty. Look at it. So, oh, bad lag. Oh, that is such a good screenshot. Hold on. That was perfect. Very good. Anyway, yes. This is done. I'm very happy with it. They still don't have any names. I didn't get any name suggestions. So, if you do have any name suggestions, I would love them. We got 1 female and 2 males. This episode we are going to do postosuchus. I got 2 of them now. I got 1 last episode and I got another one in between episodes. I got super lucky, so that's good. And the plan today is to go with those postosuchus, but we are only preparing for the exhibit. I'm doing that next episode. For this episode, we're going to do a little bit different. And let me show you. Welcome to my flat world. That is not flat. I just flattened a huge part of a mountain because I realized that as we expand and make more exhibits for dinosaurs, the village and where I did all the farming stuff kind of will get in the way, as you can see here. So the plan is to remove all of this and move it up here, which is much further away. The reason why I'm doing this before we do postosuchus, again, we're gonna hatch them at the end of the episode, but the main exhibit is gonna be for next episode, because I have done some research and I want to make the exhibit look like the Walking with Dinosaurs documentary series and the environment they put postosuchus in. And that is not gonna be easy, I tell you. And on the screen you should see an image, different image from the series, and look at the environment. It looks pretty simple, but if you look at the ground, the foliage is extremely varied, many different colors and many different trees and plants. So I did some exploring in creative mode to see what could I possibly do, and I've come up with this image. Show image here with the hatchling postosuchus in the background to show. So the plan is to have these big trees that resemble the ones in the documentary, as well as some that they did live with, and then we are gonna the ground. The ground cover is pretty complex. We got mud. We got podzol, rooted dirt, and mycelium, candles, and a bunch of other things. And that's the bunch of other things is the difficult part. Some things, like you can see, coral, which would be for yellow grass, which we don't have. You can get them with botany pots. So I'm gonna have a big row of botany pots along here. All the things needed for that. But for things like rooted dirt, you can see there's no way to farm that. You can only use it. So I have made previously down here. I have made a farm for rooted dirt already. But 2 things. This I'm gonna tear this all down and move it anyway. And this is only a single output. I have found a way to make it a double. So basically gonna double the production because this is slow. There, so I think it's fueled, yes. I can take it, put it on to show. Just, well, it's like bone milling, there you go, that's one. It's probably pretty loud. Let me... I think this one. Yes. As you can see, the piston pushes forward, and if it gets an azalea in here, it will grow up, make a tree, and the moss that is underneath here... Can I show it? No. The moss there will get turned into a rooted dirt, which get pushed over and sent away into this, and then eventually blown up and collected in that. I want to get this much faster, more efficiently, so I can build better exhibits, as well as all the other things that will be needed from the image. Also on the image, I need to show it. There are skeleton skulls that look like rocks. I don't even... Do I have that? Do I have that? Where would that even be? I have 4 of them. I'm not actively gonna try to make a farm for that, because that is way too difficult. I'm out of my league. But if I get a storm, I do actually have a channeling trident, which I got last episode, I believe. Yes, last episode, so we will do that. Get the postosuchus skeleton. This is how big it is. It is a little bit shorter than a human, about 5 blocks, maybe 6 blocks long. So we're gonna get 2 of these, in fact, because I have 2 DNA, which I almost forgot about. So let me start the process of tearing down stuff. Over here. Not this one. This one. I'm gonna start tearing this down. Enjoy! Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the time lapse. I realized I forgot to say something. I have a totem of undying, a few of them. I accidentally did a raid in between episodes, so that's why. I have made a board. I believe these are all the things that I need for the Postosucus exhibit that I haven't already. Like, I already have stone, some of it. But these are the things I need. Light grey is easy farmable, somewhat, more or less. Most from this. Trees and such are pretty easy, and this one is a big one that I just tore down, that I'm gonna build up over here. I made it easy. I put it on easy because I think it's pretty easy. I've done it many times. Gravel is a bit more difficult, and mangrove I guess too, but not too bad. Red is impossible or very difficult to farm up, and super smelter because terracotta. I am wondering if I should like make a time lapse of me building this, but a lot of back and forth because redstone is difficult. So yeah, probably not. I've had this on. This is a botany pot. It's going to be used for sprouts, fern grass, coral wheat, glow lichen, bamboo, and some more stuff. This has just been going for half an hour. Not even that, I think 15 minutes maybe, and this is how much it has produced. And I can put it back. Which is why I'm just going to use it for most of these things. I can't use it for saplings, which I thought. That might be a different mod. But yeah, I'm gonna make quite a few of these, but first I need terracotta, because these are made from terracotta, or concrete I guess. Which one? These? No. Some of these are concrete. There we go, that's one. But I want to make them out of terracotta because I think it's a better color. For next part is either a time lapse or me showing off this farm because I'm really proud of it. I designed it myself. I have made stuff. This is just a basic sorting system with water channel going to it. Here we have a TNT duper that I moved with just on and off button. Oop. Oh, that's loud. There we go. I'm gonna put it on later to just show this working. This is mostly done. It's just missing a refueling of the bone meal. But that will need water channels like that, which, as you can see, are pretty bulky. And I just want to show it off on its own first. Start there. On-off button. There's some pulse over here that pulls this back and activates the rest. This is going to be redstone heavy, but it's not super difficult. This is one clock. So just back and forth, which this sees, which goes up over here. And then every other time this fires in here, sounds a pulse, which does two things. It fires off the main pistons that pushes this stuff that way, and then one over here that pushes the stone in here. That's what that does. The second clock is this little part here. What this one does is it goes round and round and round. Every time it goes around, it sends one signal in here, which is a piston and a dispenser. I guess a drop off of the fuelless dispenser, which spreads the moss over here. By the way, I put in glass here. This doesn't need to be glass. This can be anything. This needs to be a log, because otherwise the azalea can't grow up. Then the other thing it does is every time it goes in here, this gets a signal which goes up here to a repeater on 3, which is observer sees, which triggers this dispenser right here, which is a water bucket. A water bucket which goes to that stair. This farm works by the water here going into the stairs can like remove the grass and moss that ends up on top of this block every time the moss spreads. But azalea bushes, because of how the hitbox is, will block the water from falling over. If this stair is the other way around, the water will still flush it. So I'm gonna take down the music sound all the way so I can show it off. This is pulled back. I'm gonna put the sound a little bit up. I need to put on the TNT too. Hopefully this isn't too loud. It's fine. It is fine. So, this one goes back and forth, sends a signal up here. Let's see if we can catch it. One, and then... Come on. Oop. Which pushes it over here. And then we have this one that goes into the top one, which we did see. It sees this twice, when it goes on and off. And then this one goes over and off. And we can see the water. It flushes away the grass and moss. Let's see, can we get in this area? Come on. Add one over there. Come on. There we go. It happened. So yeah, that's just get pushed over here, which is just some dispensers and not dispensers, observers and pistons that just pushes this over. I have 2 layers because this is gonna get pushed over here and get it converted into mud and clay eventually, while this is just gonna go straight into the TNT. What more? I need to show more. This is just the compost stuff because this makes a lot of seed. Down here we have dispenser. We have one line that goes here too, from this one. That is just continuous to making the dispensers go off. To fuel it. To spread the moss and grow the azalea. The perfect timing, very good. So that's what I think. This one is a bit messy. I found out if I turn it off at the wrong timing, it will place a stone block here. I think I can no, I can't really show it off right now. I'm stuck. There you go. It places a stone block here, which won't break the farm right as it is now. But if you have it converting it to mud, eventually it will run out of glasses and break. Or glass bottles and break. So that's why I have this. So every time it goes this way, right now, there we go, sends a signal here. But when the farm is on, it is blocked by this. But if the farm is off and it triggers, this will be open and send one signal just to make the stone that is here turn into a moss block. I think I'm gonna show that actually, because if you want to make a farm like this, that's kinda important. Then like here, turn it off. That was wrong timing. Like this. When this gets pushed over, you see, no, it's not going, and there it goes. I can actually show that a little bit better. Yeah, we see here the piston standing still. There's still a moss block, and when it gets pushed over, eventually, yeah. Let's try again. Okay, let's new look in here, silence, and there went. Just make sure this system triggers one more time so it doesn't break. Again, if you're just going through with the dirt, you don't really need that, but I'm gonna eventually make this convert into mud and clay and terracotta and whatever else I need. And it's pretty good. Let's see. let's see how efficient it is. I'm gonna leave this on for... this is currently set it off. That's not what I meant to do. Guess we can test that one more time. There we go. Good show. So let's set this for, let's say, 30 minutes. And I will come back, then we can see how much I gotten. 3, 2, 1, go. And I will see you in about 30 minutes. And we're back. Let's see. Let us see how much this has produced. Then the TNT off. And then the farm. Let's see. One more, I think. It has produced almost 2 stacks of bone meal. This is nothing, because it has used 1.5 row of bone meal on each of these. And in this one, it has used, how much is that? Almost 3,000 bone meal. It's a few, thank you. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna need a pretty big moss farm to keep this thing going. But this moss in there apparently. That is not, as you can see, no stone blocks, so that's good. The important part is this. How much did it produce? I think about this much. I forgot to check this one, but here, almost 5 stacks of rooted dirt. Which is exactly what we wanted. Because now this is pretty easy to get. That's half an hour. So if I just leave this running while making a moss farm, I would have probably at least 2 rows. Probably even more of rooted dirt, which is perfect. So, I don't know what more to do right now. I think the next thing I should do is probably the moss farm, which I'm gonna do here. I was thinking either here or here, I haven't decided. And then probably get the mud and clay over here, because that's the important part. Because if you remember the original image I showed, there's quite a bit of terracotta I want to use on the ground in the Postosucus enclosure. It resembles like, what's it called? The foliage on the ground from the documentary. Because I don't have any. What is glitching over there? See that? It's the water. It's a waterlogged stairs that is glitching out. Huh. That's weird. Alright then, I suppose. Well, I will come back when I have more to show. Because I need to plan stuff out. Thank you. I just recorded a 15-minute clip without voice. So here we go again. I have done botany pots between clips and everything else. I'm starting here because this is easier to explain. The TNT is loud, hold on. There we go. On the front row here we have the green stuff and water. Pretty simple. Over here we have cave-ish. I thought you could do it for these two, but apparently not. We're gonna have tall flowers. Here we have mushrooms and pink petals. Over here we have the flowers, except the blue orchid, which I don't have somehow, and cacao beans. We got the crops here: wheat, carrots, potatoes, beetroot, and pumpkins and melons. Come on, yeah, there we go. Over here we have the nether stuff. I'm going to use this in the Postosucus exhibit. I'm going to try to use it for like pale grey stuff. And over here we have the cords. I'm going to use these for like the yellow grass. See how that looks? I'm so happy with this. Come on. Come on. There we go. Boop, boop. Oop, I can totally do that better. But no, over here we have this absolute madness. A little bit of lag when looking here because there is such a ridiculous amount of entities, as you can see. So we got, I can show, I don't think, if we look over here, we can't see all of it. I have 12 modules. That's a nice freeze frame. Got 12 modules. I started with 8. It wasn't enough to power this thing. So we now have 12. So stone gets made here, pushed over, crunches the moss, which then gets flushed over, and then goes through here. The moss is being generated underneath. Ow. Here, dispenser, dropper, stuff. Compressor goes in here, creates bone meal, goes up into this dispenser that converts the stuff above into moss. There we go. I'm getting very good timings right now. It goes all around up here. Big composter stuff. And then it gets spit out here. Around. Go back down. Over here. Into this dispenser, which powers this side, and then it goes up and above to the other side, goes into that dispenser, and then down into this one. It is just enough when this is set to the longest it can be, and this is set to 16. Or at least it should be. For some reason it is not working now. Earlier it was. I don't know why. Block open a little bit so you can hear, because now it's very silent. There we go. Hopefully it's not annoying. But what's going on in here is we got the same concept as in the moss farm. The moss here is being bit of bone meal by a dispenser, which converts. Let's see for this side best. So it converts the stone into moss and generates stuff on top. I believe I already said this, but let's go through it again. This will eventually create in the salia up here. No? It does it both sides at the same time, which is the important part. This means you can have two at the same time going at the same rate. Really? No one? There's one. Let's go. Which then goes to rooted dirt through here, and there it goes. Which then gets converted into mud through bottles. I'm stuck. I can also turn these off with these two levers. Up here, we have huge plane of dripstone. It goes through here and gets pushed through over here. With a lot of pistons and observers. A bit of a fun thing that was accidental. You see there's 2 rows of logs there. The rows here match the clay underneath. I don't know if you can get to see it. Come on. No? Okay, well, this one matches this one, and this one matches this one. That was not on purpose for all of that. That just happened by accident, so that's really fun. Boom. Very good. Oh, there we go, and boop. We got both at the same time there, that's nice. And we can see that one. Boop. Very nice. It's working really well right now. Come over here and see. I don't know. We got mud and clay is starting to generate, and a ton of logs. And some extra stuff, which is from that. Which if you did this better, you can probably take all the moss leftovers and fuel it back into the system. But I'm not going to do that. I also made this tiny farm. Observers just see the different power signals as the sun goes across the sky. Triggers the pistons and pushes whatever this is. This is a buddy's truffle colony. It just produces these things, black and white mushrooms, which looks amazing. Those are gonna be great for all exhibits. I used it a little bit in Dilophosaurus actually. I believe that was all the easy things, and this. The reason I'm showing all of this is because I'm really proud of it. This is my design. I made this. This is modified from other designs, and this one is just a piece and tape. But I'm really proud of this because I have spent so long making it. So if we look at the list for the board, most of the things are done. All the easy things are done. Wood stuff I will do in between episodes because that is not fun to look at. Also, oh, I forgot to do that. I need to do that. This one. Last episode we did get some new seeds, right? Seeds, which we hadn't gotten before, which I completely forgot about. I need to make a mini farm to produce these first. But look at them. What's perfect with these is that they did live with postosuchus. They actually did live with postosuchus. They are perfect to use for the exhibit. Look at that. Here we go. I don't know, do we see them in the clips? Maybe, maybe not. But they are absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, you can't get more of the small ones without analyzing plant fossils. But these are the main ones, so that's fine. Beyond that, I think everything else is done. Only the wood stuff and mushroom blocks. These I will gather between episodes. Gravel I have, and Super Smelter is just for the terracotta. Which again is not that exciting. Boom. This is much more exciting. I'm so happy with it. It's humongous. If you look at footprint, it's like almost the size of the exhibit I've done. So, I did say we were gonna get postosuchus this episode, but this has taken a long time. Maybe should I? I haven't found out where to put it yet. I'm thinking maybe down here, because this has quite funky landscape, but I haven't decided yet. You know what? No, I'm good. As a last little treat for the end of this episode, we will hatch the postosuchus and maybe make a mini enclosure for it to prepare for next episode. Yes, let's do that. Let's put them in here. Let's hope they work out this time. I've had a few breaks, I have a few extra here. Hello, little friend. How are you? While that is cooking, I am thinking I'm gonna do it here. I feel like I want a bridge across, but I'm not sure. I feel like that would disrupt the environment. The plan for now is to shave back this hill and make that the what's called grassy hill from the images. And down here, I was thinking make this like make a river go through here, or like the dry river up here, and then have the waterfall and luscious biome over here. Not sure how we'll do that with the path. So it would be like pretty elongated compared to this one. More similar to this, but not quite that either. I haven't decided. Right now, I'm just gonna do a small little corner piece over here. Just to show off the concept, I guess. Can't have any flowers. They can't be here. For this. Gonna have corals instead. I don't need to keep this now. Again, we're just gonna do a pretty small one just for the end of the video. And there we go. Beautiful. Let's check. Is it done? Probably not. Oh dear lord. Oh, you have gotten an upgrade, haven't you? Okay. Oh dear. I suppose that means... Oh no, we got both back. Oh, thank goodness. I was super worried about that. Okay. Try again. Eller så kan alla ses too. That's pretty fast. A piece of rotten flesh. That's not even worth keeping. Wait, and did I show back to the drawing board? Coat of failure, so the first one. I'm pretty sure, by the way, I moved this just in case it broke, because these will replace a block. But I'm pretty sure in a previous update, the failure, sir, after failure, sir, was not as good. That one looked amazing, to be honest. I want to intentionally fail later on to get some cool looking ones. That would be a good idea. We could have like a fail laboratory over here. Maybe behind the museum. Like deep dark experimenting stuff. That would be kinda cool. So here we have a very bare bones example of what I'm planning to do. Like muddy, what's it called? River delta around along the bottom here. And then more luscious as you go up the hill, as well as the trees. Adding images from walking with dinosaurs to show off what I mean. And then over there, there's going to be a waterfall by the cliff you can see there. That's the current plan. The trees are a very basic example. They're going to be much taller, like 3 times tall. No, 2 to 3 times actually, but the really big ones. There's going to be a different type of leaf that's going to fit better. These are supposed to be grass. It doesn't really work right now, but I think like a bigger scale. And when you blended it with like what's called birch. I don't have any birch on me, do I? Hold on now. I might have. I do. Is any like this one? This blends a little bit more with that than the rest. Yeah, tiny little bit. This is kind of very crammed. We got like 7 different things going on all at once. No more than that. 7 to 10 things going on all at once. In the big exhibits, it will be more like this gradient instead of what's this 5, 6, 7 blocks, 8, 9. I don't know. It will be like 20. That's a B. B, maybe more like 20. So it'll be much more gradual, which will make these hopefully fit in way more. And let's go and check. I believe I did a quick check to see if the first one had finished, and it did. So hopefully the second one completed too. It looks like it did. There we go, we got 2 of them. I did test in I did look at the postosuchus in the test world just to see how they looked, and they are aggressive. So hopefully they don't try to kill me when I grow up. I think here's fine. I did a tiny bit. Yeah, it works. Good stuff. And let's see. There's one here and one here. Yeah, okay, I can't make them. Both not happy. There we go. Let's see. How long is this gonna take? Status 1, status 1. Good, that's good. Yeah. I'ma just wait for these then, I suppose. They are about to go. In a few seconds. Oh, go 1, 2. Hello. Please don't die. Oh. Oh. Okay, what do we have? Okay, I am the owner. 1 male. And where the heck did it go? There it is. Tiny. And 2 male. We get 2 males there. Super happy. And super tiny. I have lost them. What? And here one. Okay, there's one. The other is down there. Super tiny. Look at them. I use some bone to move them. Okay, now we need green shorts. So let me just get the shaders on. Oh, that's bright. Hold on. Hello. Hello, little friend. Can I look at you? Why are you running? Don't run. You know what? That's actually perfect because I can do this. No. No, come out. Come out of the grass, come on. Run. Look at this. It's so tiny. Stand still. Come on. Behave. No. Come back. Oh, time to take screenshots. Where your brother go? I can't find you. There you are. So these guys need names, and the Dilophosaurus from the beginning of the episode also need names. Where are you? It just disappeared. This is the 3rd time I'm trying this outro, because I keep forgetting to click the record button. I don't even know if the voice is on. It is. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, I need 5 names. I need 3 Dilophosaurus and 2 postosuchus. And the postosuchus is apparently called a megalania according to the subtitles. I get it? No? Don't want to cooperate? There you go. Yeah, Megalania. I don't know why. That's a bug. I'm not. Look at you. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and enjoy the shaders.